Welcome to You're Not Alone, the podcast that brings you real stories of strength, hope, and resilience. Life is full of challenges, and if you are navigating a personal struggle, facing difficult challenges, or simply looking for an inspiration, this space is for you. My name is Victoria Vita. I'm a mindset mentor, Reiki master, and a sound healer. I'm also the CEO and founder of Self Awesomeness and the host of this podcast. This podcast is here to give you hope, inspiration, and the reminder that you have community behind you. Our guests are real people just like you who have faced losses, anxieties, and life obstacles, but emerged stronger. Their stories are raw, honest, and full of hope, reminding you that no matter how tough things get, you are not alone. And today's guest is a soul-led healer and quantum transformation mentor, Tammy Harley, who went from being a single mom working at the post office to asking the life-changing question, is this really it? That question led her to inner child work, energy healing, and breath work, and ultimately to a life of purpose, helping others heal from the inside out. Now she helps people unlock their true potential and remember who they really are. Hi, Tammy. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I am great. Thank you. Thank you for being on today's podcast. You shared that a few years ago you asked that question, is this really it? What was stirring inside you at that time?
Everything around me had seemed to be falling apart. Friendships, relationships, they were all shifting and it was like I was moving from place to place, something that I haven't done since my childhood. And I remember saying aloud several times to God and the universe, is this really it? What is my purpose? And at that time I felt disconnected, alone, and but deep down inside I knew there was more. And it was calling
Mm-hmm.
me to dive deeper on this journey. Around that same time, my oldest, my firstborn, was going through a lot of changes and challenges as well. Even being given a label or a diagnosis. And when they labeled her with this diagnosis, my intuition, my deep knowing knew it wasn't accurate. So that was my drive initially, and my
Mm-hmm.
determination to dive deeper, to research, to find natural ways of healing, to turn inward, to seek those answers, and to help her.
Do you remember what were the most transformative or surprising parts of your healing journey?
Coming to the realization of how much I was carrying that wasn't even mine.
Mm-hmm.
When we come into this life, we don't bring with us traumas or beliefs. These are all
Yes.
programming. And when you peel back those layers, you start to discover your authentic self. And we're actually not powerless at all. We're very limitless. And one of the biggest things that cracked me open was a combination of the energy healing, the transformational coaching, and the breath work.
What was one of the most important moments when you realized that we are limitless? I love that phrase.
When I started seeing my manifestations come to life, things that I spoke through affirmations, when I started shifting my mindset, when I started shifting the self doubt and actually seeing it come into reality.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's really powerful. Sometimes when we think
Mhm.
we cannot do anything and we actually
Mhm.
can do it, it is amazing. And
Yes.
you explored what was out there, right? Because I think for a lot of people, we just stuck into our known reality and going beyond exploring like energy healing. You went through studying Reiki, hypnosis, NLP, right? Sound healing, breath work. It's a lot of tools that you have in your toolbox.
Mhm.
What made you want to keep expanding your toolbox?
So I've always had the drive to help people, even as a
Hmm.
child. Um, and then deep diving to help my daughter heal from what she was going through. I came up with a new purpose work, career path, to help other people come into the realization of who they truly are and the ability to be able to heal and step into their power and remember who they are.
For someone who is just beginning their transformational journey or just seeking the answer to the same question, is this really it? How do you begin to trust yourself? How do you really understand that this is your true self wanting, for example, these things instead of something that what society tells you to want or have?
I would say turning inwards, doing a self reflection from the inwards, because our outer world is a reflection of our inner world.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I would say, turning inwards and reconnecting with yourself, grounding, reconnecting to source, God, universe, whatever it is that you believe in.
Mm-hmm. And know that you are the power, basically, right? Not the
Yes,
powerless, but
yes.
limitless power. I love that.
Yes,
I love
yes.
that. What is your favorite tool to use?
Actually, my core modalities that I use is a combination of energy healing, breath work, and transformational coaching. And it is a method that I actually created called the Marikey method. And the reason why these are my core modalities is because we're working on the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual bodies, which brings you into a harmonious state, which in turn, in that space, you're able to access the quantum field where all possibilities are available, and it's just waiting for you to step into it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love that because possibilities are limitless.
Yes.
I'll say this
Yes.
phrase a few more times, I guess. At what point did you realize I'm not just healing myself, I want to help others do the same? I think for all of us, there is a point in time when we begin our own healing and we realize that we want to help others. And like for me, it was when I realized that, oh my goodness, that wasn't mine. For example, one of the things,
Yep.
as you said, it was something
Mm.
that my family told me I had to be, but I realized it wasn't exactly the true statement. So, what was that point in your life?
Honestly, it was right from the start. That was always the
Hmm.
seed. Every step of my healing revealed more of that truth, that I was here not just to heal myself, but to serve.
So, what do your clients usually get from working with you? Like, what do they experience?
So I help individuals shift into new identities, rediscovering the version of themselves that they didn't know was there, or rediscovering a part of them that was lost. Um, if you would like, I could share a testimony of one of my clients.
Yeah, we can actually post it
Okay,
below this episode too.
okay,
Yes, absolutely.
okay.
Because I think it's very, it can be very difficult and hard for people. Not hard, I would say scary to look inside them, look inward. And I've heard a lot of people saying, "What if I look inside and I don't like what I see?" So, how do you help people to pass that scary moment to look inward and actually see how beautiful they are?
You meet it with grace, without judgment.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
that
but
would be.
yeah.
Mhm.
Interesting. Yes. So they feel that unconditional love sometimes, I call it.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Can you explain a little bit more on quantum healing? I love that concept, but I think for a lot of people, it's a new concept as well, and how it is different from the traditional coaching.
So traditional coaching is, from what I gather, more so like talk therapy, mindset work, which is very powerful, but it mostly stays within the mind. And when we learn to get out of our mind and drop into the heart space where the present is, it makes it so much easier to create. Um, so what I do is I use the whole system of the energy healing, the breath work, and the transformational coaching, because it works on the physical, emotional, and spiritual bodies. Um,
Hmm.
like I said, it brings it into balance, into homeostasis. And when we are in homeostasis and we are fully present within the heart space, it makes us it makes it easier to access the quantum field, where, like I said before, limitless possibilities exist. And one of the key, to all of it is the embodiment part.
Mm-hmm.
Acting as if, embodying the version that you're desiring to come, embodying that version now. How would that person show up on a daily basis? How would they dress? How would they speak? What do they want to experience on a daily basis?
Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much simple things that we can change in our life can
Yes.
change
Yes.
the whole life, pretty much.
Yes. Yes.
What is the most difficult thing for your client?
A lot of my clients come to me with the difficulty of being in their mind,
Mm-hmm.
overthinking, and when you're in the mind, you're replaying the past, the trauma, the generational trauma. So when I teach them how to go from the mind into the heart space and how to access that 0 point field,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes a lot more graceful and a lot more flowing, as well as the mindset work. When they come to me with disempowering thoughts, we reframe them into empowering thoughts.
Yeah, I think this is exactly what my clients are saying too. Like, I'm always in my mind, like I'm always
Mm-hmm.
thinking,
Yeah.
doing something, having conversations in my mind. And it's so hard for them to be present in a moment and just see that nothing actually going on in like right this moment. They can be
Right.
themselves, they can hear themselves. And I think it's very empowering for me to see their faces lighting up and there's like, oh my goodness, my mind was quiet. And I didn't do a
Yes.
glossary list in my mind, or I didn't argue with my husband, or I didn't have that conversation with my boss. I was just like, I was literally being present in my current moment. And I think it's very powerful. Do you have like any of your favorite tools you can share with us for people to stop that racing mind from overwhelming people and just be
One of the
present in a moment? Yeah, one of the techniques.
one of the
Yeah.
one of the techniques that works really well to get someone out of the noise within their head and drop into the body and into the heart space is breath work.
Mm-hmm.
Because breath work, it calms the nervous system, and you're able to drop into the body and into the present moment when you shift your focus of the racing thoughts, when you shift your focus and your attention on your breath, and then doing the actual breath work itself. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
it calms the nervous system.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. I
So
love
it's
that.
uh, one of the techniques would be inhaling for the count of 4, and then holding for the count of 4, and then
Mm-hmm.
exhaling slowly through the mouth for the count of 8, and doing that for about 3 to 5 rounds.
Oh yeah. Do you want to do it now?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Okay. How many rounds do you want to go? 3 rounds? 5 rounds?
Let's do 3 rounds. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to relax your face and your jaw, relaxing your shoulders, and then you're going to inhale through your nose for the count of 4, and then hold for the count of 4, and then slowly exhale through your mouth for the count of 8. In the second round, inhale for 4, hold for 4, slowly exhale through your mouth for the count of 8. And then one more time, inhaling for the count of 4, holding for the count of 4, and then exhaling through your mouth for the count of 4. And focusing on the breath. And if
Mhm.
any thoughts arise when you do it, it's okay. Just steer your focus
Mhm.
back to your breath.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. And you can pretty much do it anywhere. You don't have
Yes.
to even
Yes.
stay still. Yeah. I like those powerful, simple, powerful tools that we can use during our life when we are so busy that are simple, accessible, and we can do it anywhere. And I think this is one of that tool that our listeners can use to just calm their nervous system. Thank you. Thank you for sharing it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So I have a question for you. How do you balance your spiritual work
Hmm.
with the motherhood? You said you have a toddler. She's adorable, and your
Thank you.
older kids.
Yes. So it comes down to prioritizing and creating structure.
Mhm.
I plan my days ahead of time to create space for both my purpose work as well as my family. Um, I create a rhythm where I do a lot of my work when there's more people in the home on the weekends, where, as far as like my reels and my content for the week. That way it frees up time throughout the week to have quality time with my family
Mhm.
and, family dinners and everything. And um, I do, just little pieces of work throughout the week, and I do my clients and my group sessions in the evening times. It allows me to pour into my kids and also being aligned with my mission of service.
So you don't feel that like you've been pulling apart into sometimes I call that feeling as being an octopus trying to accomplish so many things at the same time. But I mean, being a mom of three kids, different ages and different activities, I'm sure that's crazy because I'm a mom as well and I know how that can be. But at the same time, it feels like when you have a structure, it still kind of helps you to stay on track, what needs to be done. And if
Yes.
something comes up, you still know how to manage it.
Yes. And I did work through the feeling like an octopus. I
Yeah.
had it's all trial and error. I had to see what worked for me, what
Yes.
created balance, and what resonated. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think once you find, so that's what I usually say is, well, try different things that works for you to
Mm-hmm.
find that
Yes.
balance, so you don't feel like, "Ugh, I'm doing a lot of things like zillion things at
Yes.
the same time and still think that I'm doing more things in my head." Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
prioritizing and scheduling, that's amazing. Yeah, that's what I do too. So I have my schedule. I do, as you said, content in advance so I can spend more time with my son.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you for sharing that. You
You're
said that
welcome.
your mission is to help people, and when we talked before our interview, you said that you want to help more people. You want to help millions of people to remember
Yes.
who they truly are. What does that really mean to you?
It means being a mirror, a reflection to show people what's truly possible, that you're never stuck, that you are not broken. It means peeling away the layers that you've been carrying of past experiences or even energetically things that you have been carrying that wasn't even yours to carry, and reconnecting with their soul, with their truth, with their authenticity of who they are created to be,
Hmm.
realizing their empowerment, realizing that they're never alone, they're very powerful.
Who supported
Thank
you
you.
during your transformation? Because it's been probably
Mm,
a few people may say, "What are you doing? What are you talking about?" Right? And who really supported you?
honestly, this podcast is amazing to have because I
Thank you.
once felt like I was alone through my
Hmm.
process. So, you creating this podcast for people out there is phenomenal because personally, um, I did a lot of figuring things out on my own, a lot of deep diving, healing, um, because the people that were around me, even family members that I would speak to about it, they, I guess, weren't on the same healing journey as me. So they weren't understanding what it was that I was going
Hmm.
through. And that's one of the reasons why I've also created a community, a private community to be of support to people
Hmm.
as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, so basically you were doing it alone, right? And it was
Yes.
the same for me
Yes.
when I was going through my journey. I felt that I was alone, and the main purpose
Hmm.
of this podcast is to show people they're not really alone. There are people out there who went through similar life situations. They went through similar
Yes.
healing, or maybe not similar, but you still feel empowered and you have that feeling of community and you can reach out to these people. Yeah. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you for
And the
nice
and the
words.
best thing to do is to find your people, your soul tribe, the people that inspire you, uplift you, that can bring this knowledge to you, people that have already walked through what they're going through right now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And sometimes I feel like it's looking for your person right? For your mentor, for
Yes.
your healer. And you may
Yes.
try one person, it didn't work out, try another one because, as you said,
Yes.
the possibilities are limitless. And don't limit yourself. If your
Mhm.
soul is calling for healing, look for different people, look for different
Yes.
mentors, coaches, wherever you feel calling to, just explore, like really be open to it. And I think once we are open to it, we will have people attracted to our energy and they will guide us where we need to
Yes.
be. Yeah. This is how I
Yes.
found my Reiki master, actually. Just found
Yeah.
her.
Yep.
uh, yes. What advice would you give to someone listening who feels stuck, overwhelmed? They live in their mind constantly, or people who've lost touch with their purpose?
I would say first, take a deep breath, pause, and reconnect to your center, reconnect to yourself. Um, because you don't have to figure it all out in one day. If you start with small steps of awareness, such as asking yourself, what am I carrying that's not mine? And another
Hmm.
question is, what's one thing I'm ready to release? And to know that you are never stuck. That is a belief that can be reframed. Um, and to align with the version of yourself that you're ready to become, the future self who is clear, confident, healed, empowered. That version already exists.
I love what you said, that you release what you carry that is not yours and
Yes.
let those things go away so they don't define you anymore. So you define who you are. Thank you for that.
Yes.
What is your biggest vision or the next step? How do you hope to continue expanding the impact?
To reach individuals internationally, to serve thousands, millions, even, to be able to create the ripple effect that is not just benefiting me and the people closest to me, but to, like I said, reach people internationally and for those people to heal so the people in their lives can begin to heal and reap the benefits and ripple, so on and so forth, to raise the vibrational frequency of humanity to make the world a better place, to bring us back into the heart space of unconditional love and creating the life that we desire and seeing people succeed and true happiness.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
yeah,
Oh,
you're
thank
welcome.
you. So wishing you the best of luck with that. So
Thank
maybe
you.
in a year we'll talk and see
Yes.
how that will be happening, because it is already happening, right? We just talked about it.
Yes.
What will be your
Yes.
legacy message or encouragement message to the listeners?
You're not stuck. You're not broke. You are limitless. You are loved. You are beautiful. You are amazing the way you are. It's just about coming home to yourself, coming home to your heart space, and becoming in alignment with God, Source, the universe, your higher self, and coming back into that creating and co creating your reality, living in true fulfillment, having everything that your heart desires.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're
That was
welcome.
so
You're welcome.
beautiful. I
You're
feel very,
welcome.
very inspired now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank, thank you, Tammy, for being on today's podcast. As I said, I wish you the best of luck because our possibilities are limitless. And you can find
Yes.
more information about Tammy in the links below this episode. And if life feels overwhelming with constant challenges and pressure, check my favorite stress free aid kit below as well. And please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss another powerful story. And remember, no matter how tough things get, you are not alone.